In today's episode of The International Ginger, we're diving into the good, the bad, and the slightly chaotic reality of moving abroad. We're also recapping our first almost year in Tashkent, highlights, lowlights, and everything in between. So grab your cup of tea because this is the Q&A you've been asking for. If you've been following along, you already know we decided to move abroad and how we landed in Tashkent.
And if you're new here, you might want to start with that video first.
Today, we're going to get into what everyone's been asking about, the logistics of the move, what it was like actually moving here, and how the first year has gone.
Because there's the idea of moving abroad, and then there's the reality of moving abroad.
So let's start with the move itself. The number one question we got is, what was it actually like? And honestly, it was a lot.
We had a house full of things we had accumulated over the years, and then we moved to asking, what can we fit in some suitcases?
Yeah, we sold furniture and cars, we gave things away, shipped 28 boxes, and packed the rest of our lives into our OA luggage. And no one really prepares you for how emotional that is.
There's a moment where it stops feeling like an exciting idea and starts feeling very real, and you're like, oh, we're actually leaving.
And saying goodbye, that was one of the hardest parts. Saying goodbye to family and friends and our school community was heavy. And then because timing is everything, less than a week before we left, my 98-year-old Mimi passed away. And so I was packing up my life while also writing a eulogy and putting together a slideshow for her funeral. It's not really how we imagined this chapter starting.
The day after the funeral, we started our road trip to New York so we could catch our flight to Tashkent.
And knowing what we know now, we would never do that again. It was expensive, exhausting, and slightly unhinged, but we made it work.
So the road trip, we picked up our car early that morning, went back to the house, and just started loading our stuff inside. I remember looking at the car and thinking, how are we supposed to fit our entire lives in here?
But somehow it did. Suitcases, essentials, and 2 dogs.
And then we pulled out of the driveway, and that was it. That was the moment everything became.
We left Texas and drove through Nashville, or to Nashville. It was about 10 hours. And we passed through Texarkana, Little Rock, Memphis.
Sounds like a fun drive, but it was mainly gas stations.
And very strategic dog breaks. Like, how fast can we get them out, let them go on a walk, and get them back on the road? But it was surreal. We were literally driving away from our old life. We made it to Nashville, walked the dogs, and just sat there like, okay, day 1 done.
And day 2 was Nashville to Roanoke, Virginia, a shorter drive, but you started to feel it.
And by day 3, Roanoke to Philadelphia, we were like fully in travel mode, slightly delusional, fueled up by snacks and gas station food.
The dogs, though, they were incredible. They were the real MVP.
Which is why what happened next is very stressful.
So the plan was get to New York, drop the dogs off at a boarding facility near the airport, stay the night, and then fly out the next day.
In theory. So we arrived at our scheduled time and no one was there. And so we waited and called, 20 times.
At least 20 times.
There was no answer, no communication. And we're standing there with 2 dogs, all of our luggage, and a flight the next day thinking, what now? And eventually someone showed up, but everything felt like rushed and disorganized and honestly off.
And we really did not have another option.
And then we realized something worse, the weather. So when you're flying with dogs, it has to be under a certain temperature, and it was actually dangerously hot. So we started thinking that our dogs are maybe not even going to make it to Tashkent safely. So we already had a backup plan in place. We were flying his sister out, who, if we couldn't get on the flight, would take the dogs from New York and drive them back, but that was not ideal.
Then we were checking the weather and saw that it might be just slightly better the next day.
So I rebooked our flights and we hoped for the best. And the next day at the airport, the dogs weren't ready, the crates weren't prepped, supplies weren't there. It was chaos. And I remember thinking, we paid for this and we could have done it ourselves, saved hundreds of dollars and a lot of stress.
But eventually we made it through, got the dogs checked on the flight, and we're done.
Yeah, so we got on the plane exhausted, emotionally drained, and just hoping the dogs would be okay.
And that was the start of our move to Uzbekistan.
When we landed and we're like walking off of the airplane, we heard the dogs barking, and I've never been so excited to hear dogs barking in my entire life.
We sat there, waited for our bags. Two thirsty dogs in the kennels. They had not been out to use the restroom in 16 hours, trying to register our phones here, trying to find the people who were picking us up for the ride. It was chaotic.
So our first day, we got to explore a little the metro, the TV tower, but after that, we were basically hostages in our hotel room because the dogs would lose their mind every time we left.
Once we got into our house, things got better, but then it was straight into orientation and work and all of those things.
Yeah, those first few weeks were just about figuring out life. New city, new routines, new everything. One of the biggest questions is, what do we wish that we brought or left behind? So I'll go. I got rid of way too many outfits. Everyone here dresses so cute, and I'm like, great, I have 3 outfits.
And I wish I'd looked into some of our electronics more. There's a lot of stuff that we got rid of that we could have used here to kind of keep the same system going.
Yeah, but overall, I don't think we brought anything that we regret.
Except maybe the pickleball gear. I hear there's a game at school, but we haven't quite found it yet.
Yeah, still waiting on that moment. All right, so daily life here. It's normal. I mean, we go to work, we have routines, we go out to eat. It just happens in a completely different country.
And honestly, Tashkent's been a really pleasant surprise.
The food, incredible. That's been one of my favorite parts. I mean, I do miss Tex-Mex and salty donut and queso.
And torchy's tacos. City is easy to navigate, though. It didn't take long to really feel comfortable here.
Yeah, and the people have been so kind, and that's made such a huge difference in settling in.
But the biggest question is, do we feel safe?
That was in times, yes. Safer than I ever felt in Dallas.
Now, real talk, the hardest part.
I would say probably being away from people back home, like missing big moments, everyday life. That comes in waves. FaceTime helps. Like, I have FaceTimes with my friends and monthly calls, and like being able to talk to people on their birthdays. That makes a difference.
For me, driving here, no question. You've never really driven in Tashkent until you've been in a left-hand turn lane, an 8-lane road with you and 40 of your friends trying to turn left.
And then there's like this identity shift that happens when you move abroad. Like, you're not just changing where you live, but you're changing how you live. And that can kind of feel uncomfortable.
Do we regret it?
No. Hard days, absolutely, but regret, no.
You think it's worth it?
100% for us, yeah.
Yeah, completely.
It's stretched us, challenged us, and given us experience we've never had otherwise.
Since moving here, we've been able to travel to Uzbekistan, different cities here, Kazakhstan, Thailand, England, and Turkey, and we add 3 more in like a week.
And I've been to Azerbaijan and Prague for work trips.
Must be nice.
Strategic planning.
So that's a look at what the move is actually like and how our first year has gone.
If you have more questions, leave them in the comments. We'll definitely do a part 2.
And if you're thinking about making a big change,
we hope this gave you a real, honest look at what life could be like.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow along.
Adventure is out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
Phone green. Green on the microphone green. Green on the microphone green.
Now real talk. Now, the real talk.
The real tart, guys. You're hearing it here.
That's what hardest in talk. Okay.